at you one more again. I hope the same for you. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Thank you so much for the love and support y'all have been constantly giving me. It's truly a blessing. You know, we're all going through these chain of events from healing, rising above, and showing our warrior selves. So, give it all you got. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are inspiring or uplifting, informative, insightful, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times and needs spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's always appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of the video. The music that you're hearing in the background, I'm trying to turn it up on the sound bar a little bit, is from the channel Dream Relax Musica. And the title of the meditation is Music to Cleanse the Aura, Align the Chakras While You Sleep, Calm the Mind, Deep Sleep Music. And I will post their link in the description box below. And the video I am doing tonight is called Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, maintaining your energy on what you choose to attract. I don't know if I was looking at on a platform like with Jay Sheedy, or I think it was like a post, and it's just like I tell y'all, a lot of times it's like I could be thinking about something and I'll say it to somebody, or I could be typing something, I'm like, dang, that's tight. Let me go ahead and make a content out of that and just, keep it just raw and uncut. And it's true. It's like when and I might say that a lot because if you've been with me for a while, you hear me say it a lot. Look at how your life used to be. A lot of times, if you're not exactly where you choose to be right now, you are nowhere near the person who just started that journey. You had to go through ups and downs, the downfalls to the high lows to, that you rise and, you fall, but you rise and you come back stronger than you did when you first fell. And it's just like, you have evolved. Just look at the interest that you used to have before you started your awakening, before you know you before them veils got lifted. I was that type of person. I used to love Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, be watching them. I know, sit up here and got 20 baby daddies, sit up here testing, I still can't find a baby daddy. You couldn't pay me to watch stuff like that now. I used to like that stuff when they used to skull drag them all the way all over the thing. I'm like laughing, not, the fact is me not fighting unless I'm being provoked, but it would just be stuff like that. Me trying to watch that now, I'm like, it makes me cringe. I can't even watch a movie, even if it's a fake animal getting hurt. That mess, it triggers me, you know, and stuff like that. And I hate being sensitive like that, very sensitive, even though, animals have, feelings too. They have souls. I love watching like those ones that they have on IG or is on YouTube about what is it, the channel Dodo, when they show these different animals that went through something and, and they're fixing them up and stuff like that. It's like a tearjerker for me. But it's like when you know what you're manifesting in your life, you know what you want in your life, you have to be able, it's just like right now, after you have did so much clearing, they always tell you, you got to be careful with your wording, because it's like words hold power, no matter what it is or what it says. I mean, I've witnessed it, even with myself. I'm like, ooh, let me, be very careful with the words that I press out from myself towards the universe, towards anybody else, using discernment, allowing yourself to be mindful of the things that you choose to attract. Because it's like, if you all about, he say, she say stuff, that's the energy you're pushing out, and you're going to always constantly find yourself in challenges of it's unnecessary. Unnecessary. I used to be like that in school, I'd be helping somebody out. Next thing you know, by the time it got back to the person and I said something good about it, by the time it came back to that person, they over here about to jump on me. And that's not even what I said. But now it's just like when you've gone through these things, it allows you to know your rights from your wrong, and a lot of times we try to feel like, why do I had to go through this? Why I had to go through that? And this is how we learn. And a lot of times we wish we hold shame, we hold resentment, we may have anger. I've been that type of person. I'll be looking at somebody, and it could be somebody, I got into it with, years ago. Now all of a sudden I forgot all about what it was, but I said, give me a moment. I'm gonna remember that and I'm gonna still come fight you. But now it's just like if I see somebody that has really did something detrimental to me, I'm like, oh hey. But as soon as they see me, they haul ass somewhere else. And I'm just like, I'm not even there no more. But obviously you are if you see me and you don't ran the other way. And it's just like it allowed me to really broaden my perspective on how I see things. If you've been in a situation where you have been betrayed up, down, sideways, whatever, and you never did nothing to that person, that shows you a lot about them. They ain't gonna show you nothing about you. Because there's a lot of times, like, I can be having a little discussion with one of my friends. It's like, like, dang, this person did this to me and I've been nothing but love for them. I showed nothing but love. I'll give them the shirt off my back if I could, just to be able to help them. And it just when things got bad, it really showed me how that person felt about me. And it's just like you have to understand, even though when you can be a good friend to somebody, don't mean they're gonna have you. And that a lot of times that's not gonna be reciprocated. And by the time they find out that you were that blessing they should have held on to, it's gonna be too late. So it's like a lot of times when you're going through these things, you're going through these constant life experiences, you have to be able to get hurt for you to understand what needs to take place in your life. Allowing yourself to be mindful. Don't just jump into something because you're ready to get rid of something else. If you are on that situation where I've been there and I've had people since I've been doing YouTube, I've heard them say it too. When you get lonely, if you got out of a relationship and you're tired of being by yourself, or maybe you got an itch you need to scratch, and you need that person, these situations are taking place in your life. If you just got out of a toxic relationship, that's that time for you to be able to heal. And I had to learn that the hard way. If you don't allow yourself to go through that grieving process of healing, everything will go exactly like it was from the last relationship you had. If you had a toxic relationship where, there was this person that was just emotionally and mentally abusive, or they're cheating and stuff like that, if you have not healed from that last toxic relationship, that's all you're going to be able to attract. And plus, if you're picking the same type of standards that you picked before, a lot of times you got to be able to change that filter up. Being able to date outside something you're not used to. That's where you might end up finding your blessing from. But you have to be able to allow yourself to heal. People like, girl, you single and you're doing that on purpose? Yeah. Shoot. I said, number one, they got too much stuff going on right now where, shoot, you can't even sneeze without somebody thinking you got something. I am good. I said, I am good. There's too many things running around here. And it's just at that point, I don't need to be in a situation where if I feel like I don't need to audition for something, I should have my main, I should be the main. They don't need no understudy or anything like that. I should be the main character, into this play. I don't need a whole bunch of understudies around that, but then that allows me to get a chance to see, learn and understand why certain things went a certain way into my relationships. I used to be that type of person to say, I can't stand, I hate that I met that person. You don't never should hate that because that's what you wanted at that time. And a lot of times you had to be able to go through those different things for you to be able to know what to look for and what not to look for. I don't attract stuff like that. I be having people, I have friends like, girl, I need to go on a date. How do you do it? I'm focusing on me. My life is already too complicated to where it is, and it's just the fact is, if I be open about my situation, I'm just like, dag, are they dating me for me? Are they dating who they want me to, they're not dating me for me. You know, they're not allowing themselves to get to know me. They're looking at something totally different. And I don't need to be having people in my life that's like that. I should be able to be open and honest about the things that I'm going through if I decide to keep you as a partner like that. But me right now, I'm working on myself. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes, a dime a dozen like that. But when it's like when you're allowing yourself to work on you, giving yourself all that love you gave everybody else, and you're applying that towards yourself. I'm telling you, life, you will start viewing life in a whole different way. Now, maybe in my back of my 20s, I would have been like, I was like Black Snake Moan. If anybody ever seen that movie, I used to go crazy where I felt like I had to have a warm body next to me because I did not want to be by myself. Now, I'm like, shoot, I got Scooby Doo over here. I got my plush blanket. I'm straight. I'm so straight. I'm so good because I see how people are when they can't be by themselves, and that is a very scary situation. Because remember I was talking about the video the other day about those people that you end up sleeping with, and then you catching that vibe off of not just them but everybody that they sleep with. You catching all that, you know what I'm saying? And that's not something that you really need to go in through. But it's just like everything that you go into your life, you have to be very selective about the things that go on. And it's just the fact if you just meet somebody, whether it's a cut buddy or whatever you want to call it, or even just a friend, you're trying to figure out, is this person a real friend for me? Because everybody I keep meeting, either they're playing around, or you start seeing toxic traits and you have to be able to back up. Anytime you bring somebody in your life, be patient. You will start seeing signs if somebody's there for you, for the long run, or they're there for you for convenience. And a lot of times you try to figure out, what is that person for? I'm telling you, when you ask to see the unseen, is this person really coming correct about being in my life? Is just this is going to be that reason or that season? Either way, you still going to learn something from that. And it's just like, I'm being very selective. And when you have allowed yourself to heal, being able to understand why certain things went a certain way, why certain things didn't pan out the way it is, and anytime something's not going the way you choose for it to go, because not everything that we are venturing for goes to plan. It may have been that route that they wanted to take us towards, but you never know. There may be a reason why they sent you on a detour, because maybe that mission of that experience was over, so they're detouring you towards something else. And if you don't ever feel like you are on a missed out opportunity because of a certain situation or a certain someone, there will be certain things that take place in my life, and I used to get mad. I'm just like, I'm trying to do everything I can. I know what I'm dealing with is not easy. I'm trying not to be angry anymore. I feel like this is not fair, with certain circumstances took place. But it's just like, if you have true intentions, and you're going giving it everything you got, you know you have blessings coming for you. What is for you, it will be for you. What one door opens, when one door closes, seven will open for you. Just because of the fact is, you're trying to maintain, being aligned. You're trying to maintain on making sure I'm very selective about who I hang around, what I'm placing my energy on. Am I allowing myself to set free from this toxic situation, or am I allowing myself to indulge in that? And a lot of times when you have gone through that, in those abusive situations, I've been in very toxic relationships. I was around that. I was exposed to it, family traces, we go through all those different things. But it was like, I had to do what was right for me. I have children. I always tell people, when I connect with them and I see that they're going through a situation, they're babies, they may be having little babies, and I tell them, I'm telling you this because I went through this. You never want to allow your children to see you constantly go into toxic relationships, because that's programming them to make them see this is what they are attracting. This is how the life is supposed to be. And and it's not, you want to be able to make sure you're very selective. It's like anything that I did, as growing up, when I had children, because I had my children very early. I tried to make sure I didn't expose them to that. But then, when they start getting older, they start going through the same things I went through as a child. And I really want to be able to make sure, since they're a lot older now, they're grown, I always try to tell them, I can't take back the things that happen in life. I only can try to make sure I can correct, how I live right now. And I want y'all to make better choices than me. You always want your children to make better choices than you have for yourself. But when I look at all the things that I've gone through, it has made me so much stronger. It has humbled me on so many directions and so many different levels. And at times I felt like I was cursed because there were so many different things that I've experienced that has broke my heart, that has really mentally and emotionally scarred me for life. But then it was like I allowed myself to see the strength in all those painful experiences had a purpose behind it. Everything you've gone through has a purpose behind it because it's allowing you to really just break away from a lot of things. That's the reason why we're going through so many traumatic things in our life, and you're trying to find that gateway of peace to be able to allow yourself to let go. And at times there's people actually comfortable, you know, because being that walking tragedy, because they like that type of attention. They want people to feel sorry for them. They want to be able to play that victim role. But there's also a lot of people out there that yearns for that peace. And a lot of times, if you have held on to certain attachments that has really broke you in that way, it's kind of you're really trying to allow yourself to break free of that. And a lot of times when you have lived like that for so long, it's hard for you to reprogram yourself and say, you know what? I deserve better in my life. I choose to be happy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then it's like when you live for that long, I mean, it's like hell and high water, but it can be done. A lot of times we feel like it's impossible. And the reason why it feels that way, because you're having to face all those old wounds. You're going to have to be able to heal from everything that you suppressed. You're going to be able to not just forgive the people and the situations that put you in those certain situations, or whatever bad decisions you may have made to put you in that situation. You're gonna have to forgive yourself at the same time. And a lot of times we feel like, well, I gotta forgive myself. Yes, because you decided to hold on to these things. Right now, it's like the heart chakra is really going through things. You might be having heart palpitations. You might be feeling like your ribs are cracking. Then you got all this, the downloads and the upgrade, and the purging and releasing. You getting all these headaches and stuff like that. I've been getting them like crazy. Can't even really be in bright light, or if I see somebody just pushing something across the table. When I say I'm sensitive, it's like I'm sensitive. Like my hearing, my smell, it's like bright lights. It's just been really bad, to the point where if I deal with somebody who's highly in tuned, I have to be able to put a shield up, because I can start reading out all them different things. I'm like, oh Lord, turn that down. It's like, turn your frequency down. I can't deal with it. And that's the reason why I haven't been doing my videos like I usually do, because I purged so much, and I'm reflecting and I'm healing. Then I'm going through these spiritual flus because of all that detox that I'm doing, and then all the heavy emotions I got going on, and it just make me feel like, I'm very hormonal. So it's like trying to be able to deal with all these different things. It's just a lot of stuff that's coming up. I even forgot about, like, dang, where is this coming from? Why y'all bringing up old stuff? But it's just like when you're allowing yourself to step into a new chapter, from head to toe, you got to make sure everything is like you're detoxing. It's like you're going to a colon cleanse. You just letting all that ish go. That's something you really got to do. So it's like you're going through these different things, and a lot of times, depending on your situation, you've probably been holding on to these things for years. And it's just like when you're allowing yourself to really evolve, you're going to be very selective about who you hang out with, what you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate, where you're going to place your energy on, or what you're allowing your energy to welcome into it. That's why you can't even, you got to be very selective about who you have pray over your daggone situation. It's like some people don't be praying for you, praying for your goodness. They be trying to pray to make sure you don't go nowhere. So, allow yourself to make sure you're carrying that vibration and the frequency to what you're choosing to attract. Be very selective about what you select to bring it into your life. It's like where everything is going right now, your vibes are very strong. It's very intense. So it's like whatever you tend to put your mind on, or whatever you tend to focus on, that's what you will attract. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, and give me a post notification shout out to Gina Serta, Nina Cantu, Angel Fish, Empath, and Uprising, uh, Kate, was it Kayo Kamikaze? Much love to you as well. And Secret Agent 45 Sam, much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Drop a line. I would love the chance to give you a post notification shout out. I leave all my contact information at the bottom. It's just a network, give you a deeper understanding, helping you understand your purpose. If I can't tell you from experience, I try to make sure I can find the information you need to, give you a deeper understanding about your purpose or whatever. Um, Give me a thumbs up, tell somebody about the channel. Whatever we do speak on, if you do contact me, I always tell people, if you're on IG, send me a little quick text. I'm just not going to accept anybody. I know there's certain people I'm just not going to do that. So just send me a short text. Let me know you know me from here and what name you go by, and we go from there. Know you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to manifest into your life comes so much more bigger than you ever expected, and comes sooner than you expected as well. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You never know. All those things really take you somewhere a long way. Much love to you. Peace.